me 3 parties. What if she leads me to 3, 4, 5 in those 3 parties? By the end of the day of those 3 parties, we were having 5 to 10 new recruits. Think big. Flip it. It's so easy to expect the minimum, but you don't have to expect the minimum. You can expect the best, and people will rise to your expectation. They will want to be in your space. So I booked 3 parties here, and my goal is to hold them all in the same day, because that's where it's powerful. 10 o'clock, there's a party. Guys, if I'm dressed up for 1 party, I might as well be dressed up for 3. How many agree with that? Mm-hmm. Summer, don't you agree with that? If I'm leaving the house and driving an hour for 1, I might as well drive for 2 or 3 more, right? Mm-hmm. So I book all in one day. So 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and I did this in Carlsbad, New Mexico with Julie Bridgewater. And she didn't want to do this. I called her up. I said, I'm going national with this company. I have to hold 3 parties in one day while I'm in Carlsbad. Would you do me this favor? She said, absolutely. What do I have to do? I told her what to do. I went in. At the end of the 3 parties, I had over $5,000 in recruits. She had 5 recruits, over $5,000. And I looked at her at the end of the day, and I said, well, here's what we can do. I can sign these people up with me, or you can sign up and you get the recruits and be on target for a car. She said, I'll sign up. Yeah. Think big. 3 parties can give you 5 to 8 recruits at the end of the day. There isn't a person in here. It's April what? 14th? We have how many days left in the... I can't add anymore. I've been up here too long. 16. Okay. If OMG, y'all could go in with 15, 20 if that's what you wanted. You guys could be finishing 1-month normals. I know you've heard. I did have one girl in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I don't know if you've heard it or not. Years ago, we finished her car, her first grand opening. In one night. I did call the company. I asked if it was a record, but they told me they didn't keep those kinds of records, so they didn't know. But I asked. But guys, think audacious. See, I got tired. I told y'all a minute ago I was never a great warm chatterer. I wasn't. But I knew this. If people would take the time to be in my space, and if I could connect with each and every one of them, I know I could get a list, and I know I could book a lot of parties. And I knew by just keep booking and keep those referrals and keep the names. I mean, think of all those names. And that's when, but then what you do, when they sign up, okay, so Rachel's signing up. She's got 60 names. So excited. She's gave me her credit card. She's doing a 36. Okay, now here's where I think this is powerful. I'm going to put those 3 bookings on my books immediately. And she's going to say, what do? I'm going to say absolutely nothing but get people at the 10 o'clock class, people at the 2 o'clock class, people at the 6. And I'm going to do it within the next 2 or 3 days. I don't even care if her starter kit's not in. In fact, I don't want it in. What I want is that she goes into the field with me immediately. And I got this from my husband. I heard him say one day, I can't teach you to swim from a diagram. You have got to get in the water with me. And I went, oh, that's what we need to do. We need to get people with us immediately in that window period before they start thinking they can't do it. Why wait till the starter kit arrives? Why wait till the inventory arrives? And they've talked themselves scared to death and they won't even pick the phone up for you anymore. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Yes. So I took what Glenn said, overhearing in a conversation, went, woohoo, thank you, God. And what I would do with Rachel is, Rachel, she says, what's my training? Your training is getting in the water with me, girl. 3 parties. That's the only thing we're focusing on. So at the end of the 3 parties, my goal, whether she ordered an 18, whether she ordered a 12, whether she ordered a 24, I don't care. My goal is to make sure at by the end of the day, that she's got recruits and her product is gone. that it arrives at the door. Oh, that's what we were doing. It arrives and I did it with Heather Dixon. It was gone by the time it got there. She called me every day just scared to death about this inventory. I we're doing the 3 parties this Saturday. We're doing the 3 parties. Don't worry about it. It's going to be gone. And then it was gone. She was like, why didn't you make me get more? Why didn't you make me get more? I said, Heather, I can barely get you to do what you did. And she was like, I don't have enough now. I didn't even know this would happen. I want you to change your thinking. I don't want you to think 20. I want you to think 40 directors, 50 directors. I know I'm done. 60 directors, 70 directors. Think audacious. You see, when you get on board with someone else and you help the goal that they've set for this area, you know what it's going to do for you? OMG. Who was Emily? How many people just came up and stood?
No, it was more than that. 5, 6, I think.
What you send into the lives of others comes back into your own. Guys, you have a gift. And this gift, I won't trip, I promise. And this gift, they're watching me. This gift is called Mary Kay Cosmetics. And it's a gift that just keeps on giving and giving and giving. Take the obstacles and turn them into opportunities. I know in my heart all of you will be on stage at seminar July 1 as do you go by Fortenberry Faith area or Faith Fortenberry area? We haven't decided. Well, the Faith area will be there. Do you see it? Yes. Do you see it right now like you've never seen it before? All you have to do is, and let me just tell you something right now. When you take on an attitude of gratitude, and when you take on a positive attitude and that you're going to the top with or without people, some will, some won't, but the ones that will, they're going to get so many people in your space because they like you and they have connected with you, and it's all about connections. And you can take anybody to the top. Thank you so much for having me.